Today, we're off to another epic weekend in Seattle, Washington.
It just almost looks like a regular building from outside, but as soon as you step in, you're gonna see a beautiful industrial alleyway with converted shops and restaurants.
We actually had a hard time choosing from all the varieties of their pastries because everything looks so good. So good.
I think it's just one of those relaxing, peaceful area away from the city. And also it's right by the edge, so you can see a nice view of the ocean from here. I feel like since we moved to Vancouver, driving down to Seattle has been a common thing for us. And the last time we were here down in Seattle, it was during spring. And we kind of checked out some of the best spots to eat, checking out a very unique library. If you guys haven't seen the video, we're gonna link it down below.
But every time we visit Seattle, we always try to do something new and visit new places. And I think this weekend is going to be amazing. If you guys have been in the channel for a while, you probably know which type of location we are going to first.
That's why we kind of parked here at the Pike Pine neighborhood because we wanted to visit this one particular restaurant and a very unique place for lunch.
I've never seen a post this thick. I guess they never clear it out, right?
Yeah, I think that kind of adds character to the whole neighborhood too, right? We've seen multiple posts like this. I am also loving the vibe of this community. There's a lot of creativity energy coming out of it. You can see like red brick walls, graffitis, and murals all over the place. And it's just a nice place to be in a Sunday afternoon.
So this is one of the restaurants that we wanted to try in this neighborhood. It's called Poquitos Mexican Food, and we saw a lot of good reviews on Google, and it's really nice inside too. So nice that we wanted to stay instead of taking out our food. But we really plan on taking it to go because we wanted to eat it in a particular spot here.
Now this next one is kind of cool and unique in a way that it just almost looks like a regular building from outside. But as soon as you step in, you're gonna see a beautiful industrial alleyway with converted shops and restaurants. And I think it's less busy today because it's a Sunday.
Let's make this love last till Valentine's. Let's spend this night together. Let this fire burn inside our hearts. Let us soak in all the pleasure.
So we found this place and it's called the Chophouse Row. It's a nice quiet area where you can have your brunch or maybe some coffee. It's very secluded and away from the traffic and from the crowd, so you can get some quiet time.
And I guess it's kind of this small area in between all of the commercial and residential buildings, which they kind of converted into a nicer place. We saw that some of the shops and some of the restaurants are still closed because maybe they're just serving dinner. But there's a cute bike shop here, which also is a cafe, and we've seen people just come and go. Kind of like a bike meetup area, I guess. I guess we're having taco Sundays now.
I got us milk tea.
Not even a full hour after eating.
Yeah. This is a taro milk tea with cream cheese foam on top. And I think they use oat milk.
And I think it's from a local cafe or a local milk tea shop here, eh? Is that local, do you know?
I think so.
That's one thing I really love about Seattle is the food scene here is pretty big as well. Kind of like Vancouver. I feel like those two cities are like sister cities. And also, they pretty much have a big Asian influence as well, like bubble tea.
I think you can always find a bubble tea shop in every corner.
I feel like whenever we come here to Seattle, we've always just gone around the downtown area. And maybe that's because we haven't been here enough that we've finished all of the things here in downtown Seattle. But I feel like next time we should probably branch out to the other neighboring cities and do a little bit of more nature stuff here in Washington. Because Washington does have a lot of nice parks, lakes, natural landscapes, islands, kind of like Vancouver. So let us know in the comments below if you guys wanted to see some of those. This one?
So this next spot is not a unique spot here in Seattle. It's a baby consignment store. And as you guys know, I'm currently 6 months pregnant right now, and we are slowly building our baby girl's wardrobe, buying small things here and there. We also started visiting some shops and boutiques in Vancouver, but I noticed that there's not a lot of consignment stores. And since we are going to Seattle, I started researching for consignment stores here in the city. And I found this one, so we're going to check it out.
When the winter is bitter and cold, and the spring is yet to unfold, may your heart be strong and your love remain. Summer sun is beating the ground, autumn's breeze nowhere to be found. May your heart be strong and your love remain.
Hey guys, good morning! We're just checking out of our hotel for the night. This is just a budget hotel here in Tukwila. So if you guys aren't too familiar with Seattle, it's one of those core cities. Whenever Max and I head down to Seattle, we always stay down in Tukwila instead of staying in downtown Seattle. Because one, it's cheaper, and plus you get free parking. And two, it's very close to a shopping center called Westfield South Center, which has Jollibee.
So for breakfast, we stopped by a bake shop called the Fuji Bakery. They are a Japanese and French fusion bake shop here in the heart of Seattle.
I think they have multiple locations within the city, but we specifically picked the one close to the waterfront. That's why we're here right now. And you guys can see the Space Needle over there.
So we just looked for a nearby park and we saw this Olympic sculpture park.
That's why you guys could see like a full head of a human over there.
It's gigantic.
So yeah, we're just in the waterfront of Seattle, and you guys could see that the cruises are over there, which is kind of nice since we just came back from one.
We actually had a hard time choosing from all the varieties of their pastries because everything looks so good.
But we came up with 4 different pastries.
And one of those is this s'mores croissant.
I'm not sure if that counts as a dessert or a breakfast, but it looks so good though.
Melted marshmallows and grey hams. It's so big! It's so good.
No.
So good. I was expecting it to be so sweet, but apparently it's not too sweet. And it's really good and addicting. I love it. I should have bought more of these.
You have 3 more pastries. And I don't think we're gonna finish all of this.
Should we go to the next one?
By the way, we are only taking bites right now because we obviously can't finish everything here. But we are saving it for the drive back home. What's that one?
This one is yours.
Oh, is this one? Ooh! I almost forgot about this. These are a couple of malasadas. So I got an ube one. And then, what was the other one? I think it was called lilikoi, a buttercream filling inside. But this one is an ube one, so we'll just try this one since it's kind of similar. Kind of the same as the s'mores. It's not too sweet, so you can eat a lot more of this. It might be the first time I'm eating a malasada, which we're gonna be eating a lot more on our next trip.
So good.
So good, right? It's like an ube filled donut.
But it's so soft, like cake.
Yeah. And you can taste the butter. So there's like a hint of saltiness because of the butter, and then sweetness because of the sugar.
Yum. So good. So for my second pastry, it doesn't look really appealing, but it's a custard donut. It looks delicious.
Looks more like an empanada.
Yeah, exactly. But it's custard filled, so let's try it out. It's like an egg bread, but there's custard inside it. It's really good.
I feel like you like the malasada a lot more.
The malasada is so good. You should buy a box. Bring it home.
It's sunny as I fall out from the sky, and I'm wondering what I do.
It's so nice here.
So one of the main places that we wanted to visit during this visit to Seattle was this place called Discovery Park. I think it's just one of those relaxing, peaceful area away from the city, and also it's right by the edge, so you can see a nice view of the ocean from here. Max and I are just here to relax for the afternoon, just watching all of the boats and the ferries coming by. It's actually quite a walk to get here because the main parking spot, so there's two parking spots. So there's two parking spots. One is from the north and one from the south. But to get to this point by the beach and the lighthouse is about a 30-minute walk. Just take that into account if you guys are gonna visit as well. So it's gonna be a full hour round trip.
We also noticed that there's a lot of families with their kids and dogs, so it's a nice place to chill and just
Relax with the family, right?
yeah, enjoy the day.
Maybe with our little one.
Like one day.
One day.
Sometimes drag out from the sky, and I'm wondering how it was.
So I realized since we're already here, we may as well check out this lighthouse. So it turns out that this is the West Point Lighthouse, which is one of those lighthouses from back in the day. According to Google, it's no longer operational, but sometimes it would still send out those red and white signals. But the responsibility of being a lighthouse was already transferred. But I think it's still kind of cool because they maintained the building pretty well.
The